Alright, so on this video I'm gonna show you how I dye my back seats from beige to black using a product by the name of Furniture Clinic. It's what it's called is a three-step process. As you can see, it looks pretty good. I had it for done this for about almost 2 months. I don't see the leather. I wiped this with the white cloth and I don't see nothing coming out. You know, the cloth is just always clean, so nothing is rubbing off. So here we go. Okay, so in here I got my my OC, right? As you guys know from the previous video, I'm using e36 M3 sport seats on my BMW when I converted to from beige to black, right? So I'm gonna get rid of these seats. This is the passenger side. Actually, the leather on e36 is, you can interchange the leather from driver side to passenger side. As you know the on the passenger side, this side always gets, you use as you enter and then leave the vehicle, this thing works out on this side, right? And it always breaks right here. So if you can take it off, you can just move it around and then move. And of course, this side is always going to be in good shape, so you can, you can interchange the leather from passenger to driver side. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to be using. And what I use on my window is a kit from Furniture Clinic. First thing you're going to need is some water and some dish soap to clean the leather real good and make sure it's completely dry. Then you use something that's called a lead prep. This thing basically takes the protector out of the leather, so when you apply the dye, it penetrates, right? So after you do that, then you clean the leather again with this alcohol alcohol cleaner, which like I say, is included in the kit. Here's the dye. I bought for a large vehicle, the kit for a large vehicle, and I think the total was like $150 some, but I found a coupon online, 20% off, so it was like $130 some, I believe. And after you apply the dye, then you have then the kit comes with either you want the this is like the leather finish, meaning it's what protects the leather and the color, right? So you have the two in there. One is gloss and one is matte. But in the instructions, they tell you that if you're going to use matte at the end, the first coat you can to put gloss and then finish it with matte, which I did, and that like double protects the leather from from the leather coming off. I mean, from the dye coming off. The kit also comes with this airbrush, which, to tell you the truth, it sucks. I mean, don't use. I mean, if you have a lot better another airbrush, I recommend using it. This is the air. I guess air is pressurized here. This thing gets super cold. So if you're gonna use this, make sure you submerge this in water. Now that thing to me is not that good. So what I did is I used an air gun from Harbor Freight. I think this is a 4 ounce. This is like the cheapest one, and let me tell you the truth, this thing is really good to do this job. All right, so let me. Okay, and of course it comes with cotton balls in here, which you're gonna see when you put the cotton balls in there, and then you go around and you take the you take the protector out of the seat. But I'll show you when each step that I go through. And of course, you have it comes with a sponge. This sponge you use it when you get ready to put the die. The first coat they recommend you to go with the sponge. Especially you have to go around where the stitches. Alright, you know, make sure you penetrate this with this. The stitches and the creases. You know, good penetration. And make sure you know it's not really dripping, but you know, you go through. Make sure you know it goes in. You right, in there. All right. So I'm gonna show you each step as I go through, and this. And I have to put this in there. You know, this video is just to show you what I did. I'm not gonna tell you guys that to do it yourself. I'll recommend you guys get a qualified leather, what do you call it, technician or leather tech shop or whatever to get this to do it for you. So I'm just gonna show you what I did. I'm not telling you guys to do it yourself. So here we go. Okay, then you use your first thing. You gotta clean your leather real good. You know, you gotta go, make sure you clean, like I said, all the way inside. The stitching here and the creases, I mean, every, you know, you gotta make sure you go in there and clean it real good. So, come a sponge here and a little dish soap, just a little, not much. Just go in there, make sure you go in deep. You know, real good. So after it's been completely dry, maybe use like a hair dry blower, hair dryer, or a heat gun. Make sure it's completely clean. Next step is the leather prep. So basically, what you do is you wet the cotton balls in here, and a little bit of the sponge here. Like I said, this comes in the kit, and then all over. These things stinks a little bit. Okay? Oops. So you gotta go through air to this thing good. If you need to put more, put more. Okay, now after you finish with the leather prep, as you know, the leather prep takes the protector out of the leather, and you can feel the leather. It's not as smooth as it used to be after you apply it. Yeah, the shine goes away from it too, a little bit of shine. So now the next one is to clean the area. Like I said, you gotta make sure you know it's completely dry, and then go to the next step, which is the alcohol cleaner. It comes with a lint-free rag in the kit, so make sure you use the one. I'm using an old one, and like I said, it's just to show you guys what I did, you know, with my car. So, you know, just apply a little bit and clean your leather. Go all the way around. Make sure you clean everything. Clean it real good. Make sure it's all clean. All the way around. If you need to put more, put more. There's plenty here. Look, I only use like an 8 on my back seats. So there's a line there. All right. So like again, you gotta make sure it dries, completely dries. Okay, after it's completely dry, then you grab your sponge, which is in the kit, and apply the dye throughout the stitches and all the creases around. And then of course all your leather, right? So I'll show you. Like I said, I got plenty here. I got more than half of what I bought. I bought way too much, right? But yeah, there's plenty there, man. There's plenty in there. So just wet the sponge. Put like a thin coat all the way around. Right. They ask you to put a thin coat. I say put a thin coat first, then go around all your stitches and your creases, and make sure it goes in there, right? Go deep in there. Let it dry. If you want to put another coat with the sponge, is fine. Once you spray the dye, it's going to look perfect. So I'm going to let it dry a little bit, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to, like I said, I'm not going to use this thing here. This thing sucks. So I'm going to use my own spray gun with my compressor. But if you have a good airbrush, it's possible to do it. I've seen a video of a guy doing his seats with with this with the airbrush. Actually, he was using this one. But if you have something better, I said I'd rather use something better than this. But I'm gonna use my Harbor Freight. I think I pay I think like in between $10 and $15 for this Harbor Freight. It's a metal cup. I think 4 ounces goes in there, which is plenty to do this job. All right, so let me get ready. I'm not gonna put another coat with the sponge, you know. But like I said, I'm just demonstrating what I did. But if you want to put another coat with the sponge, it's fine. You know, like I said, make sure you go all around the stitches. Make sure nothing shows in there, right? Maybe you can go another coat and go all the way around if you want to be safe, right? Like I said, the sponge is not gonna make the leather look bad. All right, let me get ready for the to spray with my gun here. All right, so got my gun. You put the dye straight. You don't have to mix it with nothing. Don't have to put too much in it. Maybe 3/4. I think that's even too much for one seat. So you're gonna put. It's up to you how many coats you want to put in there. Maybe 3 coats. Maybe 4 coats. Depends how it looks, right? Yeah, hold on. Let me get my mask just in case. Oops. Sorry, guys. All right, here we go. I think I'm ready. First thing I'm going to put a coat is on the stitches or the creases, and then I'm going to go all the way around. Okay? All right, you don't have to go that thick, right? Thin coats will do the job right. All right, so I'm gonna let it dry, and then I'm gonna come back and do a second coat. All right, so I got about 3 thin coats of dye, and it looks pretty good. I mean, I don't see anything. You know, I'm not looking for perfect here because, you know, I'm gonna get rid of the seats, but I mean, it looks pretty good, man, like it is, right? But of course, now you need to protect the dye, right? Which is the leather finish. In the kit, it says if you're gonna go matte, to go and apply gloss and then matte at the end. I guess that's good because, you know, you're double protecting your leather and the dye, right? So it says to check well, which I already did. I got my gun clean. Make sure it's all completely clean. All right, nothing's coming out of it. And then I'm going to put a little bit in here. I'm not going to put much because, you know, I'm just going to do this one seat. And that's enough. The cut. show you the thing. There we go. So gloss. Since this is thinner, a lot more comes out, you know, out of the gun, a lot more. So make sure you don't put too much. Alright, this thing is completely dry. Sorry for the air compressor went off when I was spraying, but anyway, I only put one coat of the gloss. I don't think I need any more. Matte, I'm gonna put one more coat, you know, just to show you guys, but you can go probably 2 coats, which should be plenty. It's hot out here, but 85, almost close to 90, super humid, and so to try this, I'll be using my just my a little fan. In 10-15 minutes, this thing was completely dry. If you want to use a heat gun, I mean, it's fine, but I think if you only use like a fan, I think that's good enough. Because sometimes, you know, when you go too close with the heat gun, you might disturb the color, right? That's what I'm thinking, but you know, I might be wrong. It looks pretty good. It looks, you know, it looks smooth. Looking at BMWs, and you know, like the BMWs that I have, the color is not really matte. I mean, glossy is matte, right? Now, factory furniture clinic. If you go in there to buy the kit, there's actually not a black color for the BMW. So what I did, there's several black colors, right, to choose from. And what I did is to make sure, you know, of the color, I actually asked my son, which, you know, he's got really good eyes, to look at the colors, you know, the black ones, and to compare to the e36 leather that I bought, right, the front seats. So he compared the color, and he came out with some type of Mercedes black in there. I'm gonna put it in the description once I edit the video. And to tell you the truth, he was almost right there, right, with the color. The black color of the e46, you know, this is an e36, so he came out almost perfect with the black color to it. So like I said, I'm going to put a description. Now I'm gonna spread the matte, and like I said, just one coat, because, you know, I'm not gonna be using this, and then I think that's gonna be it. And like I said, the leather, right? Like I said, on my BMW, the one that I did on the back side, I mean, it looks real good. Nothing's coming out of it. Nothing's rubbing off. And like I said, the protector, the leather finish, it's what keeps the eye from coming out, I believe. So let me go matte, and then I'll show you guys how it's gonna look. Okay, in the last video I forgot to put my mask, so I'm gonna put my mask this time. Even though I don't think it's not that bad compared to just regular paint. So paint, you know what I'm saying? Okay, hang on. I already checked this very well. I'll do it again. All right, so just gonna put a little bit, not too much. I'm gonna save some just in case I want to do something, right, with it. All right. Put the cat, put my mask. All right, here we go. All right. I guess the matte it wasn't spraying as bad as the glossy. Now, now on the bottom of it, I also spray a little bit of the dye here just to see how it looks. So you know, if you have if you want to change the color of the plastic here, I believe you know if you clean it real good, you know, just like you did the seats, make sure everything's completely clean, and then spray the dye. You know, it's a dye, right? So you can match the whole thing black, or the color you wanna use, right? Or if you have, you know, the same color but you want to make it look better, same thing here. And of course you can also spray the finish, you know, matte or glossy, that's whatever you want. Sometimes, you know, people like the back of it glossy, so if you can put glossy on the back, you know, on the bottom, you know, matches. Now, as you can see, it's getting a little bit, it's losing its shine, right? Which is, you know, what I believe BMWs have, right? And some Mercedes, I believe. So that's it, guys. It's not that bad. Like I said, I've only been here in the garage for doing this for like about an hour. And I was able to do this, you know. I guess the most thing that takes is, you know, just to clean the leather, you know, clean it real good with soapy water. Make sure it's completely dry, really clean, completely dry. I mean, go, you know, all the way in there. And then when you apply the sponge, the dye with the sponge, you know, make sure you go in there, deep in there. And yeah, it's good, right? All right, it's completely dry, so I'm gonna show you guys how it looks. Like I said, I didn't take my time enough to clean it real good, but it looks pretty good, I believe. What do you think? See the difference? Spot on, right? Yeah, I mean, if you take your time, I mean, you can make this thing look real good, and whatever color you wanna use. So, thank you guys for watching. 2 thumbs up.